I want to thank all my colleagues for participating as chair of the E&C committee, also as a father of 4 school-age children. Getting to school is always a monumental event. You know, I often say we do more before 8 o'clock than a lot of people, but getting our kids there safely and in a way that emphasizes the importance of multimodal transportation and health and safety is also really, really important. So this annual event that we're celebrating today declares National Walk and Roll, not rock and roll, walk and roll, promotes healthy, sustainable transportation habits for our children and our families. It's part of an international movement that has pushing for year-round safe routes to schools. We've had a lot of discussion about that here at the council. Just passed a major piece of legislation, which I'm sure we'll hear about. We're going to talk about the pedestrian master plan. This is a big priority for all of us. And no matter how you do it, getting to school safe is what we want. And we want to also have the side benefits of improving our students' health and their mental health and their physical health and their well-being and their quality of life. And so it's important that we recognize these healthy habits and we participate in helping improve our environment. So expanding safe routes to schools has been a big priority for this council, for me in particular, and for all of my colleagues. So I'll turn it over first to the chair of the T&E committee and our Council President Glass.
Well, thank you very much, Chair Jawando. I am really glad that you've organized this today because we've been doing a lot and will continue doing a lot to make sure that our kids are safe when they're walking or rolling or biking or driving or any way that they are getting to and from school. They need to be safe. It breaks my heart every time I see a message of a child who was injured while going to or from school. And just this morning, there was another young person who was injured in Montgomery Village. And it is another reminder of why we do this work, why we passed the Safe Streets Act last week, why we are taking up the pedestrian master plan later today. And the efforts continue because already this year we've had 400 people who've been hit and 11 people who've been tragically killed. So we got our work to do, but we're all doing it. And I appreciate Councilmember Jawando for leading this.
Thank you, Council President. Then we'll hear from Councilmember Stewart and Councilmember Balcombe in that order.
Great. Thank you, Councilmember Jawando, for heading this up today. And I just want to thank everyone who is here and say, thinking about how our young people get to and from school door to door is about a community effort. And that's what you see up here today. You see the County Council, our Department of Transportation, MCPS, as well as advocates here today. And I just want to do a shout out because they're busy, so they couldn't be here, but crossing guards are also a main part of the folks who make sure our young people get to and from school safely. And this is about our communities, it's about our infrastructure, it's about raising awareness and all of us coming together. So I'm glad we could do this today and make sure that every school day this is top of mind. Thank you.
Thank you. If you've been following us, you know that transportation has been on our minds and at the dais for several weeks now with the Safe Streets Act and Pedestrian Master Plan. Stay tuned. We'll be talking about it here in a few minutes. And it's great to celebrate and encourage walk and roll to school day, but it's our job to make sure that we do that safely. We need to get kids out walking, but we need to make sure that they have a safe route. I live right across the street from a high school. I see kids going across a busy street all day long. We've just so thrilled. We just got crosswalks. We've been there for 29 years and we just got a series of crosswalks. And so we're trying to do that work, and the primary purpose is to make sure our kids are safe. So thank you, and thank you, Councilmember Jawando, for doing this today.
Absolutely. We want everyone to be safe on our roadways. We're going to invite up, we have many advocates and supporters here, but I'm just going to have one speak today. Seth Grimes from WABA, the Washington Area Bicyclists Association.
Thank you, Councilmember Jawando and your colleagues for introducing this proclamation. It does hit all of the right points. Walking and rolling to school means community. It means self-confidence for kids. It is a healthy way to get to school. It is the environmental way to get to school. WABA has been very happy to work with Montgomery County, the Washington Area Bicyclists Association. Going back 10 years, one of my colleagues tells me to offer classes on learning to bike, both for kids and adults, because you want to have adults who are comfortable with biking, with walking to school, with rolling to school, if they're going to let their kids walk. It is extremely important that you have enacted safety legislation such as the Safe Streets Act. We've been glad to stand with the County Council on that, and we look forward to working with you on future bills, and we've been working with state legislators, for instance, to enact provisions from the Safe Streets Act as state law applying to state roads. So thank you very much for this proclamation, for having us all here today.
And I should mention this is not the day, it's October 4th. But we are proclaiming it today because of the schedule, and we love it so much we wanted to do it early. And so I'll start the proclamation, and then we will rotate. And it'll be myself, Councilmember Glass, Councilmember Stewart, Councilmember Balcombe, and then Councilmember Glass again, and then I'll close this out. Whereas National Walk and Roll to School Day was created in 1997 by the Partnership for a Walkable America, and
whereas today thousands of schools participate in the annual one-day event in October, which has become part of a movement for year-round safe routes to schools, and this year's National Walk and Roll Day will be held on October 4th. And
Whereas Walk and Roll to School Day is an international event that takes place in over 40 countries worldwide, and walking and rolling to school helps build community and gives children a strong sense of self-confidence and a better quality of life. And
whereas expanding safe routes to school is directly related to Montgomery County's Vision Zero goals to reduce traffic fatalities and injuries, and whereas
whereas Walk and Roll to School Day creates sustainable and healthy habits among our youngest transportation users and their families, building more environmentally conscious communities for a healthy planet. Now therefore be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland hereby celebrates National Walk and Roll to School Day, and be it further resolved that the County Council encourages all county residents to walk and roll with family members, friends, and neighbors. Presented this day, the 26th of September, signed by myself, Councilmember Stewart, Councilmember Balcombe, and Council President Glass on behalf of the entire council, and we'll take a picture. So happy Walk and Roll to School Day.